Hello everyone.
Hi, greetings.
I'm Mr. Sipi.
I am Mr. Kepo.
Today we will do a video presentation on EDY 5 10 Introduction to Educational Psychology. Our topic is on why do young girls marry older men. Our target audience for this video presentation is particularly on young girls. This is our video presentation outline. I will be talking about introduction, the reason why young girls marry older men, and the psychology factors.
I will be presenting on what the consequences and the ways to minimize, and conclusion and some recommendations.
In many studies around PNC, the practice of young girls marrying older men has been a long-standing tradition. In the modern scenario, many women agree that they are more comfortable with the idea of dating and marrying older men. According to a research done by Smith 2017, he stated that the phenomenon has raised concern and sparked debates on various social, cultural, and ethical aspects. The definition of side marriage, it simply refers to a formal or informal marriage between a child under the age of 18. Despite a steady decline in these harmful practices over the past decades, side marriage remains widespread, with approximately one in 5 girls married inside across the globe. Following are some of the reasons why young girls marry older men. One, lack of access to education. In many societies, young girls may have limited access to educational opportunities. Consequently, they may not develop the knowledge, the skills, and the resources required to secure a stable job or achieve financial independence. So, as a result, marrying an older man who may have the means to provide for them becomes an option. So that is one reason why young girls marry older men. Okay, the other reason is poverty. So children living in poverty often face barriers such as lack of resources, inadequate school facilities, and limited educational opportunities. This is one of the factors cause young girls to marry older men. And the last one is as traditions or cultural norms. Traditional or cultural norms or beliefs can influence the practice of young girls marrying older men. Some societies may have long-standing outcomes that from both side marriage. These customs may be grounded in notions of honors, families, reputation, or socio-economic reasons, or even the desire to ensure compatibility through age and experience gaps. Some of the psychological factors that cause young girls to marry older men. There are many psychological factors, but in here I will emphasize only 3 points. Okay, number one factor is social pressure and acceptance. Second one, a desire for love. And the third one, power dynamics and control. Okay, social pressure and acceptance. Traditionally, there has been societal pressure for young girls to marry older men due to cultural norms and expectations. In some cultures, marrying an older man is seen as a sign of respectability and stability. Young girls may feel compelled to conform to these societal expectations in order to gain acceptance and avoid societal judgment. A second psychological factor is a desire for love. Young girls may have a desire for love and companionship, which they believe that they can find in an older partner. They may present older men as more experienced, mature, and are capable of providing emotional support and stability. This desire for love can often override concern about age differences or power dynamics that may exist in such relationship. And the last factor is power dynamics and control. Power dynamics and control can play a significant role in relationships where there is a significant age differences. The older partner may exert more control and influence due to their precise authority, life experiences, and resources. Young girls may be more valuable to manipulation or dependence on their old partners, which can create a power imbalance within the relationship.
These are some of the consequences of young girls marrying older men. First one is a difference of opinions. The partners are going to disagree about a lot of things, and over time the partners can also experience some levels of different levels of misunderstandings, and this can lead to frequent arguments between the couples. And number two consequence of it is insecurities. Insecurities in relationships are common in such cases because being old is often viewed as weak. So an older man marrying younger women could develop a complex thinking that is less than the man of the younger partner's age. That's number two consequence. And number three consequence of the topic is possessiveness. An older man might be more possessive about the younger woman's life, and this possessiveness is often caused by the fear of losing her. So the girl in turn may find her partner's possessiveness to be unreasonable, and this behavior can interfere with personal independence, leaving the young girl feeling that he exercises too much power and control over her. That's number three consequence. And the number fourth and the last consequences of marrying young girls marrying older men is uncertainty about the future. This is one of the most pressing relationship issue in such cases and impact both partners. For instance, the younger partner may want to get married and start a family at some point. Given the man's yet to come years, he may hesitate to go down the path again. And if the age gap is significant, the concern of how they will be together can impact lots on the relationship as the older man's morality becomes affected. To address this issue, we have some ways to minimize this one. Firstly, to minimize the issue of child marriage, one is educating parents and community members. Families and community members are traditionally responsible for deciding when and whom a girl should marry, and educating them through meetings, information campaigns, or public announcements about how child marriage impacts on a girl's health and her future can fix the issue of child marriage. Well, number two ways to minimize it is by enhancing girls' access to education. Girls with no education are 3 times likely as marry before 18 as those with secondary and higher education levels. So providing scholarships or necessary skills and support for young girls by their families or sponsors can help delay young age marriage. Also, when girls are in schools, they are less likely to be seen as ready to marry by their families and community members. Number 3 ways to minimize this issue is by encouraging supportive laws and policies. Okay, in many countries with high rates of child marriage have passed legislation to prohibit the practice or have established a legal minimum age of marriage. But in PNG, this has not been achieved yet, or this has not been performed yet. So advocating for the implementation of such laws and raising awareness among government officials and community leaders and members helps strengthen or better enforce existing initiatives around girls' rights. In conclusion, it is seen that the practice of young girls marrying older men is a complex issue that can have more impact on the girls' education, health, and overall well-being. And there are also some factors such as poverty, lack of access to education, agricultural norms, and other contributing factors. However, by addressing these underlying issues and implementing strategies such as education and financial support, as well as providing counseling, can settle or reduce why young girls marry older men. In recommendation, I would like to recommend that younger girls, family members, relatives, and their parents to increase access to education for young girls, to empower them and provide alternatives to early marriage. I would also want to encourage them to address underlying factors such as poverty and the lack of economic opportunities that may contribute to young girls marrying older men. And also providing support for financial and resources to help them build a better future for themselves.
Thank you. This is the end of our video presentation for EDY 5 grade 10, Introduction to Educational Psychology.
Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you find this video very helpful. You all have a nice day. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.